What did... This book is insane. It's insane. This is the second book to the first one called Hunting Adeline. No, Haunting. Let me just say, I picked this book up and I didn't realize it was the second book to the first Haunting. Essentially, it's a guy who's like fascinated with this girl. It's a dark romance, so it gets pretty nitty-gritty weird. The back of this book basically goes like this. The Diamond. Death walks alongside me, but the Reaper is no match for me. I'm trapped in a world full of monsters dressed as men, and those men who aren't as they seem. They won't keep me forever. I no longer recognize the person I've become, and I'm fighting to find my way back to the beast who hunts me in the night. They call me a diamond, but they've only created an angel of death. And this book goes between two characters and their perspectives, which if you've ever read those kinds of books, I love those. So the other perspective is the hunter, which in the first book is the main character that pursues the diamond. And apparently that book's not nearly as traumatic or intense, so I wish I had picked it up first. The hunter. I was born a predator with ruthlessness ingrained in my bones. When what's mine is stolen from me in the night, like a diamond hidden within a fortress, I find that I can no longer contain the beast. Blood will paint the ground as I tear apart this world to find her, and bring her back. Sorry, you'd think I could read this because I read, but no. And bring her back to where she belongs. No one will escape my wrath, especially not those who have betrayed me. Yes, and let me just say, he does get his revenge. Oh, it's a good book. Very interesting. Very intense. How do I say this? If you are not used to intense topics, and I mean like, not just like, oh, it's a grape scene. No, it's more than that. It's like a lot of those, and they're intense and they're grueling. There's so many insane dark sequences in this book. Character development, very well done. You see these trauma bonds that develop between characters that you wouldn't think were likely, but it actually makes a lot of sense. Beautifully crafted. And I honestly think that one of the reasons that this book was taken off shelves is not only because it is incredibly traumatizing, but because it speaks on a problem that a lot of the world is facing right now, having to do with human picking, and I think it actually gets into the details of what might actually be happening, and that's why it's such a sad, scary read. This book is not just fiction. I'm pretty sure this is based on real life, baby. Let me just read you the trigger warning in the beginning of this, by the way. I read it and I was like, okay, whatever. Important note, as some of you may know, the first book in the duet, Hunting Adeline, Haunting, not Hunting, was banned due to the warnings, but it is so necessary to have one. These are also available on my website, blah, blah, blah. This book contains very dark, triggering situations such as graphic rape. These scenes are detailed, so please proceed with caution. She was not stuttering when Carlton said that. Whatever her name. Listen, Linda. H.D. Carlton. When they said that, oh no, they weren't kidding. Like, it's intense. This is also graphic violence and gore, torture, assault, napping, psychological abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, explicit situations, human affecting, trade, ooming, I'm fixing words here, severe PTSD, and very particular clinks, such as certain things, okay? I, of all people, should be able to handle this. I'm just saying, based on my personal life, I should be able to handle these concepts, but it was so grueling to get through that I've put it down. This book is taking me months to get through. I can finish a book in 2 days. I can finish a book in a day. This book is taking me freaking months. I have to take breaks. And I refuse to skip over parts to get through it. Although sometimes I wish I did. Definitely things I wish I hadn't visualized in my brain. Anyway, if you want to traumatize yourself and you think you can handle it, be my guest. But this is a fair warning, friends. That book is not for the faint of heart. And I know you're going to be like, well, there's way more crazy books out there. Yeah, there totally are. That doesn't mean this is any less insane. That just means it's a variation of that. I will say, though, again, character development, phenomenal. It really is well done. And seeing her redemption side of the story, beautiful. So insane. The development from the character in the first book is what I've read, is that she was softer, and then in this one, she kind of becomes a badass. So take with that what you will, but anyway, avoid this book if you will be triggered. It is very triggering. And prepare yourself to pick up some other books that are lighthearted in between, because you just might need that little bit of lightheartedness to get through the knit and grit of this. Bye!